welcome back to the channel. Woo! Had a few hot sale days. Sold a lot of equipment to quite a few customers. Um, the last couple of days, I ended up coming across a lot of entrepreneurs, people getting into uh, developing apps, writing software, coding, um, digital marketing, um, content sales, a lot of different things, a lot of different things. But anyway, but the one thing I notice about all of them seem to not have an idea where to start. And quite honestly, the best place to start is just get started, because you don't know what the business is going to develop into. You're just starting. You're just kind of basically going in circles, trying to see what works, what doesn't work. And once you find something that does work, you try to make sure you repeat it, you replicate it, and try to grow and expand it. Some of that does take capital, some of it doesn't. But the bottom line is just get started. As for me, I kind of lucked into my business. I mean, yeah, I was tech savvy growing up. I learned how to work on radios, televisions, and then I started learning how to work on cars. Um, but working on computers almost became second nature because I had already had a background of working on televisions and radios and stuff like that. Not saying the components are all the same, but the idea is all the same. You have a device that you're going to use for whatever purpose, whether be it entertainment or informational, or I guess you can use it to get your work done too. There's a lot of people do, watch television or research stuff. But anyways, long story short, just get started. They said me, I just lucked into my business, and what ended up happening was uh, my wife had a computer that I got from work, and my daughter ended up breaking it, so I replaced the hinges on it, and then she wanted a new computer. We sold that computer, then bought her another one. Then I realized, hey, look, I can probably go on eBay, find some other stuff to sell, and that's what I end up doing. First, I started out buying. I focused mainly on touchscreen computers because that was what I was using in my job at the time, or at least that's what we had aspired to because we wanted to go as paperless as possible. So having a touchscreen was actually really convenient for signing documents, designing apps for people to input information, that sort of thing. But bought a couple of touchscreen devices. I think I bought two for like $50, and then I ended up selling them for $50 each. So I doubled my money. After that, went back and bought some more. And I, by the way, all those touchscreen devices were all Fujitsu. That's the only thing. That's the only laptop or computers I would focus on. Touchscreen Fujitsu computers. So they may be finger touchscreen, they may be stylus touchscreen, but still, Fujitsu was what I worked with because that was something that I was comfortable with, and also was something that I was exposed to at my job. So, like I said, the Fujitsu computers, bought them, resold them. Um, Pretty much my business, I mean, how I developed the business was I found something that works and kept working. Basically, was selling laptops. I guess it was Craigslist at the moment, and also I had some local contacts too. But mostly buying on eBay, reselling on Craigslist. At one point, before I really took it seriously, I was making about $1,500 a month, which was pretty good considering uh, I would make $1,200 every 2 weeks. So $1,500 extra coming in, that's roughly 30%, 33% of my salary. What I would be making, in addition to the taxes and other stuff they took out. So having that come in extra really helped. I didn't spend the money. I saved it because I really didn't have a need. And I know people like, you only made about $30,000 a year, 36,000 dollars a year. Yeah, I was really good at managing money. Plus, I had money elsewhere before I had that job. I wouldn't say it's a crappy job. It would the pay I didn't like, but nonetheless, still was something I liked doing. So so I continued on with it. But but again, I took something that was working and kept going with it. And then at one point, I'm not gonna lie to you, I did get frustrated with my job. We had some issues with daycare. I can convince my wife to leave her job, and then 2 weeks later, I got a little bit frustrated with where I was, and I put in my 2 weeks notice. So about 4 weeks after my wife quit, I'm actually at home now. Um, she wasn't working, so I had to find a way to grow and expand our business so we could take care of us full time. So don't get the idea that I just up and quit my job. I did have money saved. I didn't have any bills. Matter of fact, I didn't have a credit card from 1998. I paid all of them off, cut them up, destroyed them, closed the accounts on most of them, and then I didn't get another credit card to 2000, I think 2008. Yeah, about 2008, somewhere between 2008 and 2009. Because I really didn't need it. I had enough money to do what it is I want to do. I wasn't rich, but I had enough money saved that if God forbid something happens, I can cover the cost. It wasn't that much of it. And again, we had no bills. We didn't even have a car note, and we didn't have a house note either because we were renting. Basically, we were finding very good deals on the rental market because things weren't crazy like what it is now. Uh, but again, found some good places to rent. Most of the places we rent was virtually brand new, so I can't complain. But like I said, uh, going from finding stuff on eBay, I had to find some other suppliers. So that's pretty much how any business is going to grow. I mean, you find one supplier and you try to get as much as you can from that supplier, or you find other suppliers to add to what you're already doing, or you broaden what it is you're selling. So I did both. So I stopped just selling Fujitsu touchscreen computers, and I start selling all types of touchscreen computers. And then I branched out from just getting eBay as my sole source of goods to getting like some people locally. I was buying stuff off of Craigslist, reselling on Craigslist. Bought stuff from off the other apps too, as I became aware of them. Because really, it wasn't. I had more customers than I had inventory, so it was never a problem of selling stuff. So it ended up working out. But again, if you're a beginning entrepreneur, I mean, I don't want to like just drag this on, but if you're a beginning entrepreneur, just get started. Don't worry about, hey, making a business plan. Don't worry about, hey, where this is going. Don't worry about any of these things. It's really not that consequential. You don't have anything in the game at the moment. You don't have a process that proves to make money. You don't have anything to grow on and repeat. Just go out there, see what works. Once you find out what works and you like it, then do more of it. That's all. That's all it is. And I know that also the other thing I want to touch on. Some people are infatuated with 4 hour working 4 hours a week. You can work 4 hours a week, but your income is going to reflect that probably. I haven't really met a person that worked 4 hours a week and they were making $100,000 a year. Everybody I know that was making $100,000 a year or more were working 40, 50, 60 hours a week. And most of the people who worked 40 hours a week, they had help. The other people who were actually working 60, 50, 60 hours a week, they mostly were doing everything themselves. So, I mean, that's food for thought right there. Once you get a repeatable process and you want to grow, maybe consider adding some people on. For me, it was fairly easy to add on. My wife was already here, so it was just convincing her to start helping. Not granted, let me not say it like that, because she was here, but she ended up going back to work, getting a part time job because she was bored. So, but once she had our last child, she wanted to stay home, obviously, and I really needed her to stay home. Um, so she ended up joining the business. So I got help, and then the business grew, and then now, I mean, we have more help actually because my sister-in-law joined the business. and then my oldest son, my 18-year-old, and my middle child, a 14-year-old, they help out occasionally too. So it's a good thing. We can't. I mean, I can't complain. But again, get help as soon as you can if you really want to work less hours, or find a product you can that's in so high demand that you can sell 5 or 10 of them in an hour a day, and keep it moving. If that's your goal, if your goal is to minimize your work, but I don't see that happening for most people. The majority of you are going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to work your business like it's a full-time business, and not be I wouldn't say lazy, but not be so enthused to do something else other than make money. Anyway, that's all for now. Glad we connected, and hopefully we can connect again soon. Bye.